Goodbye and good riddance. Fear the Walking Dead has had its series finale and it's sailing off into the sunset, and I hope to never think about it again. I don't think we're going to see any of these characters ever again, and I'm grateful that the show is finally over. If you guys feel the same, definitely let me know what you think in the comment section below. But with that, we're going to break straight into the breakdown, because this whole episode, very contrived finale scenario where we got a bunch of zombies coming in and everybody's gonna die, you think, and then all of a sudden they do a happy ending that makes no sense. The whole conflict makes no sense in this episode, and really it's just a bunch of stupidity over and over. So it's classic Fear the Walking Dead fashion. This may very well be the worst series finale I've ever seen for any TV show ever. I can't think of a worse one, and I think it's truly awful, and I don't know what else to say about it. Let's just jump straight into it. So a lot of the episode hinges on Tracy. Tracy, this character that nobody cares about, who it turns out isn't even Alicia's daughter. We were told last episode it's Alicia's daughter, now it's not. It's this back and forth bullshit. It doesn't add any depth or complexity to the show. It's just jangling keys and then snatching them away. You know, that's all that this is, and it's so irritating. And there's no purpose to this character at all. And she's supposed to be so wise and all this stupid shit. And in this episode, she does something really stupid. And oh god, dude, we spend a lot of this episode talking about Tracy. Okay. So they don't find Tracy in the woods. They leave, and then Madison shows up at exactly the right time because convenience for the writer is all that really matters in this plot line. And then Madison saves her, blah blah blah, and all that. And then Madison points a gun at Luciana for no reason. Just ask her for your help, dude. Why do you need to point a gun at her? And it wasn't even loaded. Like, it's just so stupid. And then, like, there's this contrived storyline of going back to find Alicia. Okay, fine. And then she's trying to convince Luciana to give her the car. Fix the car right now, fix it. And then everybody else shows up right then because convenience for the plot is only thing that matters in the show. And it's this fake standoff. I don't know why we're having a standoff right now. Like, why is this a debate? I don't understand anything. Yeah. Oh, man, and then we get stuck in this auto place, and then there's zombies outside. And then here's the dumbest part of the episode right here. The absolute stupidest part. Here we are at Padre, and there's a big canister of zombies. And the other guys that were on Troy's side that are now still alive somehow, we just let them go last episode, I guess. And then now they're letting the zombies out, okay? And the zombies were that barrier was up. The zombies couldn't go anywhere. And then all of a sudden, the guys start to release them, okay? And then we point the camera turns around. We got guys at Padre with rifles, and they're just standing there. Yeah, just stand there and let the horde come onto the island, you absolute morons. Don't shoot the people releasing them so that this is a non-issue. Definitely just stand there watching so everybody dies. Like, what is wrong with you? No one's gone until they're gone, and that means I can't do self-defense. Like, what the fuck? Also, some of these zombies in this back half of the season, they've gotten so lazy with it. They do these masks things, which makes sense. Like, you slip it over the extra's face. On the old show, the main show, they only use those sparingly, and they were usually in the background. Now it's just like every zombie, we get a close-up, and it's so obvious it's just a mask over the face. They really are slacking with the zombies, and that's the one thing that the show had going for it that they didn't manage to screw up yet. Now they're screwing it up. And now we're making a deal with this guy, and he's like, give us Tracy, and then we'll go. There's so many layers of why that's stupid. Like, one, Tracy, what does he want Tracy for? It sounds sinister to me, okay? Two, there's no way that these guys can help. They're stuck in here like everybody else. What are they doing? Three, why would you even believe him anyway? Like, there's layers of stupid, and we're just gonna go along with it, but then they don't end up going along with it because it's not even Madison's granddaughter like she thought it was, but she thinks it is in this scene, okay? So that's dumb. I don't understand. And then the zombies are breaching the island, so we're gonna try to escape right now. And everybody's like, "Oh no!" But dude, we've seen all of them take out more zombies than we're outside. It's really not that big a deal, and they go through it like that anyway. So what's the point of that? It's so dumb, and you could have done it in such a way so that, okay, we'll open the door slightly so only one can get through at a time, and we'll funnel them in and do it smartly. We've seen them do that. I don't know if on this show, on the original show, definitely we've seen that. There are smart ways you can go about doing this, and they don't do it at all, and it's so stupid, and the Alicia girls are hilarious, and it's dumb, and that's pretty much it. Now, the convenient zombie horde coming in. Here we got one part of the episode I like, which is seeing Dwight take charge. And it makes me wonder what could have been if they treated his character with any respect whatsoever. And it wasn't just, oh, let's have him break up with Sherry again for the fucking 6th time in a row. No, like, we actually had a storyline and an arc for him to follow. He could have eventually blossomed into this leader, somebody who we could follow, and I would have loved to see that, but we only get one scene of it in this episode. And, you know, he's like, take the flares are gonna lead him away, and that, like, that's, I don't know, it's just stupid, man. And here's another part of the episode I actually like, too. So there's two things in this episode I like. I like Dwight being a leader, and I like Daniel talking to Strand and telling him, you guys are shit, and you guys made my life shit, and all that, and I love that part. And then at the end, Daniel's just like, I changed my mind, by the way. And that's how that resolves. But I like this scene with Daniel, you know, and they're talking about the past, which is a gimmick, but I guess it kind of works for a finale, I guess. And then this whole episode, Madison's like, I'm getting flashbacks. Whoa, I'm seeing them. And that's like a plot line in this part of the episode. So they're like, okay, we're going back to Padre to save people now. And then all of a sudden, Madison's like, I can't go because I'm in no shape to fight, even though, like, you just were. And also, you've been killing zombies. It's no problem. The only one that's convenient for the plot is your breathing issue, an actual problem. Like, it's so annoying, very contrived. And we already had a scene this season where they're like, we're separating for real this time. And then they end up coming back together anyways. Not in this episode. So it's really, really annoying and stupid. And then we got this is so stupid. We got Tracy and Madison in the car, and Madison tells the story again of how she killed her dad, which was awesome the first time. We don't need to hear that again. It doesn't do anything. And they're having this really contrived philosophical conversation. I'm so wise and I understand everything. You're fucking like 7. Calm down, okay? And then fucking Tracy is like, now you understand why I have to shoot you. Maybe just go. Maybe just, like, what the hell? And it's not even real. Like, this is the 3rd time we've had a stupid kid, kill or seemingly kill a major character in the show. Okay, we had Nick die this way. We had John Dory die this way. And then you have Madison supposedly die this way, but it's not, she's not actually dead. Multiple times. 2 different times in this episode, they supposedly kill Madison off, and then she doesn't, and it's also both times, it's repetitive what they've already done in the show. So, she gets shot, and then it's like, I got saved by having the Alicia's necklace in my gun magazine. Like, you gotta be... I laughed so hard when she supposedly died, when she gets shot. I thought it was funny. Dude, it is so stupid. There's no reason why Tracy even did that. I don't know. And then all the zombies are dead off screen. I don't know, like everybody's surrounded and then Strand is screaming and then they smash cut to his body's burning. What even happened? I don't understand. And then Tracy magically finds Troy's corpse. And why didn't they put him down? Like, that's something they've always done in this show. They kill the person and then they stab him in the head so that they don't come back. They've done that every time except for when it's convenient. And it's really stupid. So, and then they have this really contrived scene. And then Tracy buries him. And, like, you cannot expect me to believe that this girl has the upper body strength to do that. Well, she doesn't even have a shovel? Like, where'd she get a shovel? It's so stupid. And she also was killing zombies earlier in the episode, and it was hilarious. Dude, you can't expect me to believe little kids have the upper body strength. It's just not a thing, dude. We got to stop doing that. And even on the good show, the Daryl Dixon show, they have a kid killing zombies this way. Please stop. Please stop. It's not realistic at all. They should have done what they did in the Telltale Walking Dead games, which is where they teach the kids sweep the legs and then kill them, because then the zombies are on the ground and you can use the force of gravity, get a little extra power. That's something. You can tell the people at Telltale actually thought about it for 2 seconds. And you would think that somebody writing for a TV show where you have to actually physically do the thing would make them think a little bit more about it than people making a video game, but not in this case. I don't know, dude. And then she buries the body, and then she's staring at the gun, and she's thinking about suicide. And let me get a little serious for just a second, because it's something they do a lot on this show, and it is honestly pathetic, where they use self-deletion. I said the word already, but it's probably fine. Self-deletion as a cheap storytelling tactic, and they've done it many times on the show. They had John Dory thinking about that when he was the most optimistic person, and there was no reason for him to go that way. They did it with Charlie, self-deleting herself in the most ridiculous fashion for no reason at all to protect Padre. It's like, who even cares about Padre? Like, all this is so dumb. And they're using it as a cheap storytelling tactic, and I have nothing against using that as a story plot line, because it's a thing that happens in real life, but please, don't just do it lightly. It's not many of us have been touched by this personally. I've lost people. It's not fun or funny or something you should take lightly or just do because you're out of ideas. Fuck you guys for doing that. Honestly, go fuck yourself. And now a lot of stuff happened off screen, and now Strand is there to recount the story. Madison actually lived, and then she sort of died again, but she's not actually dead because reasons. And then Madison did the same thing she did at the stadium, again repetition, and then all these oxygen tanks, she opens them up, and then she lights a flare and blows up all these zombies. So she gets the heroic death. And then, dude, she has a mask on with oxygen, and she's attached to an oxygen tank, and there's just an explosion. She would have blown the fuck up. And also, there's a building above her that would collapse in, and then the rubble, they're like, we cleared out the rubble. Somehow Madison survived that. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. I'm not 6 years old. I don't just believe this stuff. I think critically about the shows I'm watching. I have suspension of disbelief to a certain extent, and the show has gone so far past that. It's so childishly written. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then we have Tracy pointing a gun at Strand again. And, I went from having fun in this review to getting angry a little bit. But come on, let's lighten it up a little bit. So, it's ridiculous. And then Tracy's, pointing a gun at Madison. It's like, you think this lady's dead? You're not going to put her down or something? You're just going to leave this kid alone? Where is anybody? She set up this tent. She's on her own. What is going on? And then all of a sudden, Alicia shows up because coincidence and convenience for the plot. And she's like, I heard a story about Madison. And from whom? The people that knew that story. What? So you run into a random group, and you're like, hey, let's trade. I got some of this. You got some of that. That's great. And they're like, okay, well, let's tell you the story of Madison. What is this? What? I don't know, dude. It's so stupid. The story's not spreading around. It's dumb. Okay, everybody thinks she's dead. It's convenient. And I don't know. Why even bring Alicia back and then to find out I didn't have a kid? What was the point of... Why is this season even a thing, dude? And the cat, the best part of the episode is the cat coming back. I like the cat. I like cats, okay? But yeah, that's it. It's dumb. And then they're out on the highway. I don't know what they're doing there. They're looking through binoculars for some reason. And then trucks come by and they crossed out the P in Padre and they wrote Madre for Madison. And it's hilarious. And we got this really forced goodbye scene. Why are we splitting up? Why are we doing that? June wants to go back to the cabin. I get saying goodbye, but that's a long way to go for no reason when you could just stay with the group and be safer and work together with people. And Odessa wants to, you help me at the sanctuary, and it's laughable, dude, because you spent that whole episode being mad at her for not doing it. It's like, I don't know, dude. It's so dumb. And then we got Dwight and Sherry, and then they're like, we're gonna try to find all these parents. How? And then somebody asks them how, and it's like, yeah, how? There's no way. There's no. Just stop. Just stop it. Okay. And then they're like, hey, I have an idea. Instead of doing that, let's go back. And I was like, oh, Alexandria, something that makes sense, please. To the sanctuary. The sanctuary? The place that 2 episodes ago was collapsing in? Are you kidding me? Do we forget what happened 3 episodes ago? What? On what world does that make any sense whatsoever? Come on, dude. It's so ridiculous. It's been 7 years. Like, don't you think Daryl's over it by now? I don't know. What is going on? And then we got the scene. Daniel's like, I actually forgive you for some reason. And the cat shows up. And like, why didn't Madison and them come in and say, hey guys, what's up? Like, why are we doing that? Oh, the story of me being dead is more powerful than me being alive. I don't know, dude. And then they're going back to LA. Why? To help people. What? Ridiculous middle finger of a show. I will say I do appreciate that they're like, hey, thank you to the fans. They did this with the main show too. I appreciate that, but like the best thank you to the fans that you could have done is to write a show that's actually competent and decent and not stupid. So I don't, it's a shallow thing at the end of the day. I wish the actors best. It's such a talented cast, and I'm guessing we're never going to see any of these characters again, which is fine, but just what a waste of an opportunity. This show, it was never the best show ever. The first 3 seasons we look back on fondly because in retrospect it's much better than what we get now. It was never the best show ever. It was always just okay, and it was always like lesser than the main show. But ever since the new showrunners took over, season 4, the beginning of it, I thought was pretty good, and then it went terribly at the end. Season 6 started out pretty good, and then went terribly at the end. Everything else has just been a waste of time, and it's a middle finger to the fans that this show was allowed to go on this long, and that it devolved to this point in quality. It just shows AMC doesn't really care about the quality of their franchise, although I'm hoping that this is the end of the terrible era. And from now on, Dead City was pretty decent. Daryl Dixon pretty decent. I'm hoping the Rick show is amazing. And if this is the last terrible Walking Dead spinoff, that will be amazing. We need some quality control in the franchise. But then again, we have this show on, and they just released a video game called Walking Dead Destinies. It's absolute garbage. So I don't know that the quality control is going to be there. I don't know that I have any confidence in the franchise going forward, other than the fact that I like the new shows as of right now. But yeah, I think that's about it, guys. They tried to give us a happy ending, but it was just so dumb. I don't know. We're saying goodbye for no reason. Why are we doing that? We're splitting up. Why? I don't understand. And that's pretty much the show, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I will admit, I'm going to miss having something to review every week. So if you have any suggestions of other shows I should look at, definitely let me know. But if this is the last one, I'll be doing mostly shorts until Rick Grimes' show comes back. And I'm genuinely really excited about that. So I'm hoping the best. And like I said, hopefully the terrible era of Walking Dead spinoffs is over. But with that, it's been your boy Shuggy. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out.